Hi guys. So in today's lecture we are going to talk about growth hormone. Particularly we'll talk about growth hormone deficiency. By common sense, you guys can relate that deficiency of growth hormone can result into deficiency of growth, that is dwarfism, that is short stature. Apart from the short stature, particularly in unfortunate males, there can be micro penis as well. So in case of males, there can be double blow in form of short stature as well as micro penis. I don't know which condition is more unfortunate, micro penis or short stature. You guys will have to tell me according to yourself which is more unfortunate. Okay. So let's talk about growth hormone and deficiency of growth hormone deficiency in detail. We'll also talk about a variant of growth hormone deficiency by the name of Laron syndrome. Okay. So let's discuss growth hormone deficiency. So first let's talk about the action of growth hormone, that is function of growth hormone. You guys understand that growth hormone is released from anterior pituitary, and try to appreciate. Here you can appreciate growth hormone actually first acts over liver. So there is presence of growth hormone receptors over liver. Growth hormone acts over these receptors and results into secretion of IGF-1, that is insulin like growth factor. So indirect actions of growth hormone are executed by insulin like growth factor 1. So this particular thing is known as insulin like growth factor 1. And now this insulin like growth factor 1 will act over your bones, and it will result into bone lengthening. So bone lengthening, that is growth, that is physical growth, is attained with help of growth hormone, indirectly with help of your insulin like growth factor 1. So it is common sense to understand that in deficiency of growth hormone, there will be deficiency of insulin like growth factor 1 as well, and it can compromise growth, resulting into dwarfism, that is short stature. Very very simple to understand. Here try to understand one more thing. In case there is growth hormone receptor resistance, it will result into ineffective growth hormone, and therefore it will secondarily lead to deficiency of IGF-1 as well. Right. So if growth retardation is due to growth hormone receptor resistance, this particular thing is known as Laron syndrome. Now, there are some direct actions of growth hormone as well. Primarily, it acts on your adipose tissue and it promotes lipolysis. Therefore, if there is growth hormone deficiency, there will be lot of accumulation of your fat. That is, there will be less of lipolysis, resulting into obesity as well. So, in absence of growth hormone, linear height will be compromised, but width will keep on increasing. Okay, so in this particular case there will be short stature along with obesity. Here you can again appreciate that this growth hormone is released by your anterior pituitary, and now this growth hormone can directly act and result into lipolysis, that is direct metabolic effects, and this is going to act over liver as well. And while acting over liver, it will result into secretion of insulin like growth factor 1, and this will particularly promote bone growth. Right, very very simple to understand. And what are the factors which increase this growth hormone? Particularly hypothalamus releases your growth hormone release hormone. This stimulates your pituitary, resulting into more of growth hormone, and there must be some checks and balances as well. And therefore hypothalamus also secretes somatostatin, which controls the secretion of growth hormone from pituitary. So in case of excess of growth hormone, we will discuss gigantism. You have to treat that particular condition with help of somatostatin analogs. Okay, very very simple to understand. Let's proceed forward. Here you can appreciate growth hormone disorders. Particularly, we are going to discuss growth hormone deficiency, which will result into dwarfism, which will result into short stature, and it will be form of proportionate short stature. And what is the most common cause of this growth hormone deficiency? It happens to be idiopathic. We have also learned about Laron syndrome as well. In case of Laron syndrome, there will be growth hormone receptor insensitivity or resistance, resulting into secondary decrease in IGF-1, resulting into short stature. So we are discussing growth hormone deficiency as well as growth hormone receptor deficiency in form of Laron syndrome. What if in growing age the concentration of growth hormone increases? It can result into gigantism. Here you can appreciate a very tall fellow, right? This fellow might be suffering from gigantism. And what should be the treatment of gigantism? You have to provide somatostatin analogs, you can provide octreotide, or you can provide pegvisomant. Okay, very, very simple to understand. Let's proceed forward. Till now, we have talked about growth hormone deficiency, and most common cause of this happens to be idiopathic. We have also talked about Laron syndrome. What is Laron syndrome? This is growth hormone receptor resistance, and this results into secondarily fall in IGF, that is insulin-like growth factor 1, resulting into short stature. Okay, it is very, very important to understand difference between primary growth hormone deficiency and Laron syndrome, because treatment has to be done accordingly. Okay, the clinical features, investigations, as well as treatment of growth hormone deficiency as well as Laron syndrome. Okay, this particular slide is most important slide on discussion on growth hormone deficiency. Therefore, I will keep on displaying this particular slide again and again. Now, by common sense, you can relate that in growth hormone deficiency, there will be less of IGF-1, that is insulin-like growth factor 1, resulting into less growth of bones, resulting into short stature, that is your dwarfism, and therefore the growth velocity will also be lesser. Now, what about other points? Here you can appreciate cherubic appearance, that is cherubic doll like face, cute face. See, in this particular case there will be immature faces, that is this patient will look younger as compared to the real chronological age, plus there will be obesity as well. Why obesity? We have discussed that growth hormone promotes lipolysis. Now, growth hormone deficiency will promote less lipolysis, and therefore you can find a cute looking chubby baby looking younger as compared to his or her normal age, and this particular thing is known as doll like face. Now, one more unfortunate thing over here, that is micropenis, important in male neonates, right? A very unfortunate condition. And because your growth hormone also promotes rise in glucose in blood, and therefore severe growth hormone deficiency can result into neonatal hypoglycemia. Here you can appreciate delayed bone age. In any endocrine cause of growth stature, bone age will be lesser than chronological age, be it growth hormone deficiency or be it what, be it your hypothyroidism. It can also lead to delayed dentition. Okay, here you can appreciate typical appearance of a patient of growth hormone deficiency, doll like face, very cute looking face over here. Okay, now our next job will be to figure out the growth hormone deficiency with help of lab investigations. Okay, this particular slide is actually very, very important. So here you can appreciate the tests required for the diagnosis of your growth hormone deficiency. But this growth hormone is actually secreted in a pulsatile fashion. So if at a particular time you happen to investigate for growth hormone levels, you can get spuriously wrong levels of growth hormone which might not correspond to growth hormone deficiency. Therefore, to avoid this particular mistake, it is better to have estimation of insulin like growth factor 1. It is better to go for insulin like growth factor binding protein, which are more reliable in comparison to the estimation of growth hormone. But these are screening tests. If these screening tests comes out to be positive, then you can go for growth hormone estimation after growth hormone stimulation test with help of either insulin or arginine or clonidine. So let's talk about investigations in diagnosis of growth hormone deficiency. Okay, very, very simple. So we are talking about growth hormone deficiency and Laron syndrome as well. So here you have to estimate what? Here you have to estimate insulin like growth factor 1 as main component for screening of growth hormone deficiency. Having understood that growth hormone is secreted in pulsatile fashion, therefore it is better to estimate the insulin like growth factor 1. Okay, now sometimes, particularly in malnutrition, particularly in children less than 2 years, this insulin like growth factor estimation might also be non reliable. Therefore, you can also estimate insulin like growth factor binding protein 3, which is more reliable, particularly in patients less than 2 years. Okay, Now, in order to confirm your diagnosis, you have to go for what? Growth hormone provocation or growth hormone stimulation test. This growth hormone stimulation test can be done with help of insulin, with help of arginine, with help of clonidine. Okay. After stimulation with these particular substances, growth hormone levels increase, and if still growth hormone levels stay below 10, that is 10 nanogram per ml, it confirms the diagnosis of your growth hormone deficiency. So this particular investigation is for confirmation. I hope you guys got my point. What about findings in case of Laron syndrome? It is very simple. In case of Laron syndrome, there is no problem related to growth hormone. There is only problem related to growth hormone receptor, that is there will be resistance. Therefore, in this particular case, growth hormone will try to overcome the resistance, and therefore growth hormone is going to increase, but there will be decrease in insulin like growth factor 1 because of the resistance of the receptor present over liver. Okay, so this is very important. Now let's talk about the treatment of growth hormone deficiency. Here you can again appreciate there will be delay in bone age, and having understood that in all endocrine conditions resulting into short stature, bone age will be delayed as compared to chronological age. So how to treat this particular condition? You have to provide recombinant growth hormone. So recombinant growth hormone therapy has to be done, and particularly the dose has to be given subcutaneously at bedtime. Okay, and it can be continued as long as 16 years. What should be the treatment of Laron syndrome? Laron syndrome has to be treated with your analogs of insulin like growth factor 1. Okay, so by this we complete our discussion on growth hormone deficiency as well as Laron syndrome. I hope you guys have found this particular lecture very helpful. That's all. Bye bye, take care.